two champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. A man from the capital of Pennsylvania, Harrisburg. This is Chase Edmonds. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. To throw is Murray. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So, Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On the carry, this is Scott. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have it.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Rodgers on the return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Second down, back to Sanders.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Scott.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Scott with it again on 2nd.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run it here with Edmonds. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now a give to Edmonds. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He finds Hopkins complete, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 7-7, our score after one. First carry for James Conner. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Conner going to get it again on second down. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They run with Howard. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd down, Scott. And this time he is in. Boston Scott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Murray a give. This is Connor. Finding room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down now, it's Connor, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds, and across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
50 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Connor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Eagles force the turnover. They take over at 27. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown!
Quez Watkins
As the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to counter. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts looking here for Smith downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Philly.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. 1 big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
On 1st down, it's Scott. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
Touchdown! Miles Sanders, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Play action. Now it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Steven Nelson.
This defense tries coming with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive. And they come up with a pick right there.
Hurts.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Touchdown, Eagles! Boston Scott from 3 yards out. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Murray. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A huge play there for Arizona. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Murray dancing to his left.
He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner able to take this in from a yard out. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Golden. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
He'll buy some time right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Conner again. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
James Conner,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Cardinals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 6. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get this out wide to Scott.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Hurts.
And That's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Murray now. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And the reception made by Green. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
We've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Scott. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They go play action with Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. 20.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, it's Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This is caught.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Once again, it's Connor.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. Forced out to, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 82 yards rushing for him now to this point.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. Again, it's Howard. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.